Edgar did not let this being new to the industry discourage him from growing his company. Hopeful about the prospects of construction in the Philippines, he took further studies locally and abroad, specializing in foundation and formworks technologies. Their journey to success was not a smooth one for Megawide, as they had their fair share of hardships. As with most startups, they lacked capital for the expansion plans, and they were competing against giants in the industry. However, that did not daunt them. By 2004, Megawide completed its first high-rise building. In 2007, they won 2 condominium contracts from SMBC, and as they continued to build trust and confidence in the industry, new clients naturally came, and this all culminated in them setting up and becoming a publicly listed company in the Philippine Stock Exchange in 2011. Recently, they were awarded and they were successfully able to build the Cebu Mactan Airport in partnership with GMR. And they have transitioned from just building high-rise buildings and construction projects into infrastructure. In fact, of the government's infrastructure, they figure to be a key player in most of the buildings in the prior administration and in the succeeding administration as well. Aside from this, they're also into energy. Megawide has acquired renewable energy firm Citycore to formalize their entry in the power generation business. And now Megawide is very well known in the industry for being a diversified infrastructure conglomerate with investments in construction, airport operation, transportation, and power generation. So, at least for all of us here in Anvil, he's someone that we should try to emulate, a young maverick willing to take on giants in their industry. Without further ado, let me welcome Engineer, Chief Operating Officer, and President of Megawide, Mr. Edgar Saavedra.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be invited to speak together with our 4 esteemed speakers here, Mr. Ramon Aboitis, Mr. Jojo Concepcion, Mr. Andres Bardun, and Mr. Dado Manatao. I never expected that I will have to deliver a speech. Honestly, I thought I was just going to be part of the delegation. But I would still like to thank Anvil for the invitation and for the opportunity to share my short story to everyone here. I was born in a small town called Marcos Atubig. I'm sure none of you here have heard that place except for my mom, who's here now to hear my speech. The town has less than 30,000 people, so everyone knows each other. I was a typical boy who used to play sipa or goma out in the streets with the kids from the neighborhood. I was always swimming or playing the bangkas on the seashore. You know, I was very lucky to have such an experience as a child because I learned to relate people from all walks of life. When I was about 6 years old, my parents decided to send me to Zamboanga City, to my lola, where I could be enrolled in a private school. I still remember the day when I was away from them. It was the loneliest day in my life. It was very hard for me because I'm the youngest among the 5 siblings and the bunso, and I'm very attached and close to all of them. This is how I learned my independence early. From a pampered and sheltered child, I became a strong and resilient person. During summer, I would go back to my town to work for my father, who assigned me as a timekeeper and errand boy in our shipping business. Such small learnings, I realize now, were very important in my molding my behavior and personality as an entrepreneur. The next day of my life is when I went to college at De La Salle University. Many people choose their school based on the prestige of quality of education. But me, I just choose my school back then because I thought it was cool to study there. Sorry. This was where I met Michael Kosikian, who later became my partner in the business and who shares the same passion and drive for the company as myself. I also met many new friends who also later joined us in helping grow the company. The first course I took was electronic engineering. Again, I chose it just because I thought it was fun and I loved playing computer. One day, I realized I couldn't see myself as an electronics engineer. I asked myself, what am I going to do after graduating my course? I imagined myself running a repair shop for televisions. Yun lang kasi akala ko sa electronics engineering eh. So, I decided to shift to civil engineering. Now you know why I'm into construction business right now. It was after college that Michael and I decided to go into construction business together. Our first project was a 5 million residential building in Quezon City. I remember we didn't even know how to do a proper bidding for the project, so we had to ask someone to do it for us. We were fresh graduates and we had no idea on how to do estimates. But we have guts to do the construction business. The first course I took, sorry. Okay.